You look great. I like that you're wearing your mama bear for today.
You know, I am, in fact, a mama bear established in 2024, given to me by my husband for Christmas, right? Last year? Because we got the family matching sweatshirts. And this was my special sweatshirt. Thank you.
I want to talk to you about being a mama bear today.
Okay.
Through the lens of fitness.
Okay.
I'm Mick Torres.
I'm Ashley Argota Torres.
And we are Mismo.
I'd like to preface this with, I'm not completely privy to what we are discussing today. I'm nervous.
It's going to be a little bit like I would just talk to a client at Equinox today.
Okay.
Let's start by catching up to the present moment.
Okay.
You leave. Normally, I'm asking the person all these questions.
But yeah,
I know you.
Let's cut that
out. You leave for Bali. My God, you're in good shape.
Best shape.
Doing yoga every single day.
Oh.
Then I knock you up.
Yeah, man.
You come home.
What's up with that?
Well,
it was worth it. He's cute.
Night, Dee Dee. You should go. You really
She's
should.
contemplating it. Dee Dee, are you going to go night? Are you not interested in this conversation? What's your fitness routine?
Not enough. You guys don't play as much fetch with me as you used to before that kid.
Hard truths. Great Dee Dee voice, by the way. She's like, why are you guys talking this much? Can you guys see her? Yeah. Anyway. You knocked me up.
You come home. Pregnancy, pretty rough for you.
Pretty rough.
And what I want to... Yeah?
I was going to say, for the record, I was working out, this is true, 8 to 10 times a week. Before we left for the honeymoon, yoga every single day. And then when I was pregnant, I was so sick, I did not. Your girl.
I don't think people think of you like that. The only real action thing you've ever gotten to do is lap rats.
Yeah.
Really, right?
Yeah.
But you're like ready to play a superhero.
If I could do lab rats over again with the shape that I am in now, I mean, totally different. It would be totally different. Getting to do those stunts and being up on the wires and stuff like that, totally different.
So your goal post-pregnancy, and you can talk about pregnancy as much as you want, but I mostly want you to catch us up on your fitness from when he was born up until now.
Yeah, when he was born, I was in the gym until like the day before I gave birth. Because for as sick as I was, moving my body definitely helped during pregnancy. Around, oh God, what was it? Week 2, week 3, I went nuts. I was just, my body is just used to moving now, which if you knew me before I met this guy, that was not true. But I'm really just accustomed to movement daily, and not being able to do that for a couple of weeks was really difficult because I was just in pain after the birth. It was a natural delivery. I had a epidural, but it was a natural delivery, and the recovery was really, really hard for that, and to not be able to move my body on top of that was really tough. So I think it was around week 3 or 4, you found a pelvic floor specialist, Dr. Mayhews, who was incredible. She gives you workouts that you can do, starting in the hospital, day 1. And
doctors will tell you can't do anything for 6 weeks, and then they will release you to go back into the wild. And, sometimes people just try to jump back into what they were doing pre-pregnancy. What I loved about Dr. May's program is it is an honest approach into what you can handle 2 weeks out of delivery. And to go from 0 to just all the way back, not as good as the way she very incrementally
Slow.
progresses you. But the program on week 1 versus week 12, totally different. By week 12, you're doing, I mean,
Like real,
pretty serious.
yeah, like weightlifting, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It was a really great slow progression. I mean, day 1, even though I started week 3 or 4, you had me go back and like do week 1 first. And it was truly just like breathing, stretches, how to make sure that your pelvic floor muscles are recovering in a healthy way and you're using those muscles in a healthy way. All so, so helpful. I had no idea about any of that. And yeah, doctors tell you at 6 weeks that you can, if all is well, you can return back to normal activity. Thinking of returning to normal activity at 6 weeks, to what I was doing pre-pregnancy at 6 weeks, would have destroyed me.
Right.
Like I can't imagine, going back to the weightlifting program that you had me on and the yoga that you had me do, like all of these different things at 6 weeks. I'm really grateful that I finished that program and then you slowly brought me back to what I was doing. And I think from there, I think in the beginning you addressed a lot of the aches and pains that I had, which was really great. Because even after that 12-week program from Dr. May, there were still a ton of aches and pains, and I've always been very petite. So the extra weight on my body during pregnancy, the extra weight on my joints was really difficult. And I'm still dealing with that. I mean, he's 17 months old, and I feel like I'm still dealing with just like little aches and pains from the weight that I had gained. But I'd say at this moment, I feel the most like I did pre-pregnancy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty much back.
I think I'm pretty much back. I feel a lot stronger than I did. I shouldn't say I feel. I am a lot stronger than I was pre-pregnancy.
Yeah, you're very strong.
Which is awesome.
Are you comfortable sharing some of the numbers on here?
Yes.
This is an in-body. We have this machine at Equinox, so I was able to gather some data on Ashley's body composition. Ashley. How far off is that? Can I say your weight here?
Sure.
Ashley, you're currently 122 pounds. You're 5'3". You are 23% body fat.
Mm-hmm.
That is an improvement from by June 1st, you were 25.6% body fat.
Was I really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't go back further than that. I know that.
It was more than that for sure.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
Yeah. And then do you remember what you were? It doesn't matter. What I want to ask you is, are you happy at these numbers?
I think I would like to lose a little bit more. I wanted to be under 120. I think before pregnancy, I was, anywhere from like 112 to 115, I also do want to preface this and say, you'll hear, like, I'm talking ballpark numbers. You'll hear me say numbers, and I just want to be very clear and say that, like, I am not living my everyday life and going, oh my gosh, this is how much I weigh. I have to lose this amount of, like, this weight right now. Like, I'm not that person. I like to have the data. This is, like, helpful for my brain. I feel so much better. And that is the point of fitness for me, is to feel good in my own body. And I feel great in my own body right now. I view the in-body as just, like, additional data to literally see how my body is doing. So I know it's not helpful for everybody, but it's certainly helpful for me. I really like the in-body. I like doing it.
Body composition is only one piece of data, and
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you several other questions. And when I'm with my clients, okay, so people come in and they generally have very vague goals. Like, I want to lose some weight. Words we hear often are like, tone up. I want to tone up, but I don't want to get bulky. I hear that. I hear that in many, many assessments with, like, first-time potential clients.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Body composition is a simple measurement of when people use the word tone up. This is how we measure that.
Yeah.
But we're also looking at your strength, which I've got your program pulled up here. I've got my laptop out for this episode. And we can see that the strength numbers are going up pretty dramatically.
Yeah.
I also look at your quality of movement. We do, at Equinox, we do the functional movement screen. But also I can just eye test, see that you're moving a lot better than in that, they call it the fourth trimester right after.
Yeah.
I mean, that joint pain, I know you're still dealing with some of it, but it's a marked improvement?
Huge improvement.
Yeah.
I think still dealing with some joint pain, just more stiff joints than anything, which has been really frustrating. But yeah, I think in my fourth trimester, everything was painful. I mean, walking was painful. Standing up was painful. So a huge improvement now. Yeah.
Now I want to talk to you a little bit about goals, because you've basically reached the goal that you had after Michael was born. And so what always happens in training, especially if you with long-term clients, more goals pop up as you start to accomplish a few of them. One that has popped up for you is being able to do a body weight chin-up, which I think is an admirable and great goal.
Let me say this. My goal was to do a body weight dip. And then I got better at chin-ups. And then you said you should do a body weight chin-up as well. And you know what? I agree.
Well, you did a body weight dip.
I did do a body weight dip.
You did that.
Yes.
So that's done. And now what's next? So the body composition, that's an aesthetic goal. The chin-up is a performance goal. And then like that reducing joint pain, I would call that a health goal.
Right.
Those are generally the three categories of goals that we're setting for clients. But also when people say like, I want to tone up, it's fine, but we want to give them a SMART goal: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-oriented. So for each of these goals, if we get a little bit more specific, then it helps when I sit down to do the program design.
Yeah.
And so I challenged you to be able to do a bodyweight chin-up by the end of this year. We don't have a lot of time left as we sit here on November 15th, but you're really not that far off.
I'm not. I can do it with assistance. With like 25 pounds of assistance.
Is it 25 pounds now of assistance? That was what I had you do the other day.
No, I'm sorry. 31.
I thought.
31. It was 31.
And
25 is the dips.
How many reps did you do with 31 pounds of assistance?
2.
Fantastic.
I will say, just in terms of goals, what has been very helpful, because like I said, and I've said before, I did not work out before I met you. I, again, use the numbers as kind of a benchmark, but you have always been very, like, all about performance-based goals. And you always like to have, like, a thing that we're working towards. So the very, very first one was the wedding. And just, I wanted to look my best for the wedding. These photos are going to last forever. I said I would love to, like, be in really good shape for the wedding. And then it was stay in great shape for any potential work that would come up, TV, film, any of that stuff. And that ended up being great. My goal very recently was to be able to do a push-up, like a real push-up.
Yeah.
Because I was taking yoga classes, and when I would do my vinyasa, I would have to get on my knees, and then I'd like screw up my back and up dog. And I was like, I just want to be able to do that push-up. And I finally got it. Like I can get through a yoga class, like a vinyasa yoga class, and it's awesome. I feel great about it. So the dip, I feel like, took me by surprise last time.
Yeah.
And the chin up is going to be very exciting when I get it. I feel like this is the closest I've ever been to getting that done.
What I love about performance goals over aesthetic goals is I feel like it reduces the friction between fitness and body positivity.
Absolutely.
Aesthetic goals, when we're talking about shedding body fat percentage, I understand the pushback of that.
100%.
And so performance goals, it's like if you can do a chin up, if you can run a sub 7-minute mile, if you can do chaturanga, if you can do all these things, you're going to be also happy with the way you look. But when I sit down to to draw up like a year-long plan. We call that a macro cycle. Anything longer than 6 months is a client's macro cycle. I do like to throw a way out there performance goal, like summit a mountain or run a
Marathon, yeah. That's hard. You've done that.
I've done a marathon, a half marathon. A half is enough. A marathon is so violent. A half is a good goal.
You did the LA Marathon, just for
I did.
anybody who's not caught up. He did the LA Marathon.
I finished it. I have the medal. I'm sorry. That's good.
You good.
That's all good. Lifting a certain number, returning to a sport that you used to play, whatever those things are. Oh, you are starting to pick up pickleball just a little bit.
I am.
That
I
could
love
be
it.
That could be a sports-specific goal we throw in there.
Very much so, yeah.
But you are an actor. It does matter how you look on camera. And you do have an aesthetic goal. You would like to take headshots soon. And I wonder what would be most valuable. Would you like to set a body fat percentage goal to mark that like level of tone that you're looking for when you take your headshots? Or is it more of just a feeling, or is there a performance goal we could link? Because the headshots will be a perfect T in our SMART goal. And then we backtrack and we build the program around that.
Ooh, great question. I feel like it's mostly going to be a feeling, but I think in terms of that in body, I have. Oh, there she goes again, Dee Dee. You gonna go to bed this time? Stay tuned. I feel like my goal was the weight to get just back under 120 because of where I was pre-pregnancy. I felt like I don't know. I felt really good there, and I'm so close to it. So there she goes. Good night, Dee Dee.
Good girl.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really close to it. So it feels attainable. I'll say I don't want to get back down to 112. I think it was like 110, 112, like when we met or something like that. I was so small when we met.
I think you weren't you like 97 pounds when we met?
I'm not great at remembering to eat because there's so many things going on in a day, and I don't remember to eat until my stomach is like, yo, feed me Seymour, like give me something to eat. You are much better at planning out and allowing time for meals.
Yeah.
So thank you. But
I love that you're just, yeah. You can like skip lunch and like not remember.
I don't even think about it half the time.
I have skipped lunch in my life, but I notice it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't notice it.
Yeah, you didn't work out. You didn't eat very much before we met.
So I weighed
You
nothing.
were 97 pounds. Your ankles got twisted all the time.
Yeah, I sprained them a lot.
Your scoliosis gave you more trouble than it does now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean,
you're in.
I'm in better shape in like every sense of the word now, but in terms of this, I think I don't know. I felt great under 120, and I'd love to get back to that before I get to headshots.
Under 120.
Yeah.
Easy. It's 122 right now.
Yeah. I would say in a dream world, I'd be like 115 for my headshots.
Okay. It's totally doable.
But I think that's doable. Yeah. I don't think that's I don't think that's an egregious goal. And I think,
I'm not texting. I'm doing I'm pulling up my calculator because, if we lost 7 pounds of fat, and just keep you right where you are. Let's say we're gonna maintain the muscle mass.
I'm fascinated by this.
So you've got 28 pounds of fat on your body right now, 51 pounds of muscle. If you were to lose 7 pounds, it'd be.
Oh, I see where that number is now. Got it.
That would put you at 17.2% body fat if the 7 pounds that you lost were pure fat, if you're able to maintain your muscle mass.
That's crazy. How does that happen?
So it's just the amount of fat you have divided by your total weight. So right now it's 28 divided by, 28 divided by 122, 22.9. Okay.
Got it.
But 21 divided by I'm sorry. You'd be 115. I did it divided by 122. You would be 18.2% body fat.
Got it. That's good.
18% would be fantastic. Essential body fat for women, so essentially like 0, is 12%.
Okay.
For men, it's 3%.
Woof.
Because the world is unfair. And because you have breasts and you have more of a need for fat than we do.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, as we just witnessed in the last year of our life.
Yup.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
I think that doesn't sound unrealistic.
Okay, so I think in like 2013, Equinox ran a study with UCLA, just to kind of put metrics to how quickly people can lose body fat. And they found that people training once a week, I believe, lost like 0.5% per month. Twice a week was like 1%, and then 3 times a week was like 1.5 to 2%. Now, your program currently is a 5-day per week program. You have done, yes, 8 to 10 workouts, but that was before you became a mom.
Yeah.
I don't know that we have the bandwidth for you to be doing 8 to 10 workouts.
No.
I've been going in the morning more lately before my 7 a.m. clients. On the days I start at 6, I have not gone before and worked out. Maybe I will get to the point where I'm getting there at 5 a.m. Right now, the earliest I can get myself there is 5:30 to work out before a 7.
Admirable. Good for you.
You also have work to do. So like, we have kids club 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You get 3 of those days are your workouts. 2 of those days,
I get work done usually.
yeah, you get work done. And then on the weekends, you've been teaching a lot.
I've been teaching.
That would be a time when you could work out, but
Yeah.
not when you're teaching. So now we're just kind of doing some math to figure out the timeline.
Yeah.
Of like, if you were able to work out 10 times a week. When you did that. I use you as an example of when I was essentially training you for that year that you did all those guest stars. Do you remember how well you did?
No.
I want to say you lost 3% body fat in a month, or maybe it was like
Did?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm great.
It might have been like yeah.
Crazy.
Or like in a 3-month period, I feel like you lost 6% body fat. Like you improved dramatically.
I will say too, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this anyway, a lot of that was nutrition. So much of that was nutrition. We were just more disciplined with what we were eating. And again, that's because we did not have a child to feed all the time. You and I have talked a lot about lately, like, what do we think is realistic with our nutrition at this moment? Because yeah, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know that it was dramatic, and it was I got in great shape very quickly because I was able to just fire on all cylinders for that. Now, obviously, my time is a little bit more divvied up. So a lot of this is like setting these goals for me, but then also being as realistic as possible, because I want to push myself a good amount, but also be very realistic with myself and say, okay, but I am a mom. There's only so much time I have in a day to work out.
Yeah.
And there's only so many things I can do with nutrition right now because I only have so much bandwidth. I only have so much time, you know?
The other thing that we sacrifice often is sleep.
Yeah.
You would definitely get better results if you were sleeping more. I would say you sleep on average 5 to 6 hours a night. Of course, it was worse than that in the early days of Michael being alive,
A
but
lot better now.
it's much better.
Yeah.
But 5 to 6,
Yeah.
suboptimal.
I would say we get so much work done at night. It's hard for me to turn my brain. It's kind of like doing a show and then you get home and you're just like wired from the show.
Sure.
Yeah, it's hard for me to turn my brain off at night, so I go to bed a little bit later.
Yeah. And, so your muscles don't get as good of a chance to recover because of that. And it also, typically, people, when they're underslept, their nutrition is not as good because their discipline is not as good.
Yeah. There's a big domino effect.
Totally. I don't know that that's fixable in this current moment. I don't know that there's a way. We've talked about it. I don't know that there's a way for you to get significantly more sleep than you are getting.
No, although I did go to bed at 11 o'clock the other day, and whew, that was a big night for Mama. Oh, she got to sleep. It was great. I loved it.
You wake up like
7:30.
7:30.
Yeah, just around 7:30. So it was a nice night of sleep for me. I do strive for more sleep. I will say this. I'll be very, very candid and say,
I mean, you've already let the public know your weight and body fat percentage.
Yeah, I don't care.
Candid left the train station a while ago. Go ahead.
I think you have always told me that my sleep is important and that it helps in so many things. And I think like July into August. Nope, I'm lying. Like June into July more. I was getting better sleep. I was able to kind of turn my brain off at night. And I was just getting better sleep, going to bed earlier, I think. And then I will say the People magazine article happened, the interview happened, and then the article came out. And my anxiety shot through the roof.
You had a hard time sleeping after that.
I had a hard time sleeping after that. So I feel like I still feel like I'm coming down from that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel I feel like the anxiety is getting better at this point. So I'm hopeful that sleep will come with the anxiety being a little bit lessened. But it was, nice. I mean, it was I knew, obviously I did the interview, but I didn't know when the interview was coming out. So it was like the interview was a little bit of anxiety for me just because I was like, wow, I can't believe the story is going to be out there. And then I got the email that the article was out, and we were also working that day. So it was like such a huge shock to the system. It took a minute to like just process it, and like your story being out there is weird. So the anxiety of it was a lot. But I feel like now I'm kind of like settling back down.
Okay.
So I'm hopeful that the sleep will get better because of it. You know?
You're so brave. I love
Thank
you.
You.
So much.
I love you.
Okay, so all that to say, conditions are not optimal for like a fast body composition change.
No.
I think 20 weeks is an adequate amount of time for this macro cycle.
Great.
Within that, we'll chunk down some mesocycles. Mesocycle is anything from 2 to 8 weeks, where you're going to focus on one piece. Like, we've identified a few goals for you. The body composition, the big one is, and the like thing at the end is, you're going to take headshots. The thing is always like a wedding that somebody's getting ready for, whatever it is. There's always something that people, a vacation.
Right.
And if they don't have one, I usually make people make something up because it's just like that
it
motivation.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does.
Absolutely.
Okay, so your thing, your North Star is you're getting headshots. We're going to say in 20 weeks. The first mesocycle, let's just be honest about nutrition. I think it takes a very specific type of person to drop their body fat percentage between November 15th and January 1st.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to deprive ourselves of the holiday treats that we like to have.
Your mom is making Christmas cookies.
We're gonna
and I'm going to have them.
You're baking pies for Thanksgiving.
I'm making 2 apple pies and a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
I'm upping the apple pie this year because it gets eaten so quickly on Thanksgiving that I want leftovers. I want more.
And you're going to have that.
I'm going to eat that. I will.
Eat that. I will too.
Good.
So I think for the next 4 to 6 weeks, this mesocycle's goal is that body weight chin up.
Oof. Great.
In addition, your well, I'll jump to your program in just a minute, but I think essentially what I'm saying is continue to build strength.
Sick.
You've got 51.6 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. That number might increase. There might be a moment where you weigh 122 right now. I wouldn't even mind if you got up to 124, 125 over the holidays
Great.
if you're building more muscle.
Sick. I love being strong. It's awesome. Oh, it's so much fun.
This program, which you've been on for the last 3 months, I titled Ashley's Sweet Ass and Thigh Gap.
And can I tell you, it's in a Google Doc. It's written in big letters. So, especially when I'm on my A day, I have to like zoom in and like hide the fact that it says it, because if the program is up and somebody sees it, I'm like, I don't want anybody to see that.
Well, people
Now
are going
the
to see it now.
world
You've always had a great thigh gap, and you wanted to get that back after
I
pregnancy.
did. That's a silly aesthetic goal to some people, but like, listen, it's something that I always had, and like, again, I'll say it again. I was petite when I've been petite my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not petite now, but like, it was a little bit of a mind fuck for me when I like gained that much weight in pregnancy. And then, I didn't think that when I gave birth, it was just immediately going to fall off of me. But, weeks go by and you're like, I miss my old body. I mean, I know moms know exactly what I'm talking about. The ups and downs of the body image, the like who I was before all of this and who I am now. It's like wild. So, yes, I had a thigh gap before pregnancy and I wanted it back, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, it's something that I wanted back.
And damn it, you did.
And damn it, I did.
Oh, I want to address one other thing. Tim at the hair salon. You're right. We didn't do the 10,000 kettlebell swings that we posted that we were going to do.
It was 10,000 swings, squats, and push-ups during the summer.
I have done Dan John's 10,000 kettlebell swing program half a dozen times over my life.
I've witnessed it.
This time around, it was feeling incomplete. Like neither one of us were feeling great after we had, and you posted about it on like the second day that we did it.
Yeah.
And and then we never posted about it again. Here's what we did instead. I wrote this program and I said, if you do it's A, B, C, D, E day. Every week that you do all of that, you get 1,000, you get to mark 1,000 swings, 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 squats, because I feel like it was equivalent.
And I don't know if you had it in your program, but definitely in my program, there were swings, squats, and push-ups written into the program, because at this point, I still
That's not in Sweet Ass and Thigh Gap 2.0. That was in...
Oh, that was 1.0. I still hadn't been able to do a push-up, so...
Yeah, you got push-ups this summer.
I did.
Yeah, and that
happened fast.
And that's why you're able to now do chaturanga in yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened way faster than I thought it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, it's still up on the chalkboard. There are marks that we have accomplished the 10,000. So, yes, Tim, we did it our way.
I'm looking at the time. I'm not going to read every single exercise that you do, but let's pick a couple. And since we're going to be focused on strength, as I write this first mesocycle, how are you feeling? You've been crushing it on the glute drive. Yeah, 180 now. You think there's capacity to go even heavier there?
Yeah, I'd say I've only ever done it twice.
Yeah.
But I think, give me another couple weeks of doing it, and I think I could.
Yeah.
I could go a little bit harder on that. Yeah.
And you're not doing barbell deadlift in this program?
I'm not. I'm doing sumo squats.
With the kettlebells?
With the kettlebells, yeah.
Sumo squats, sumo deadlift?
Oh, sumo deadlift. I'm sorry.
Your chest press Have you increased that lately? That's been pretty, you keep that pretty
Chest
static.
press you have me do with dumbbells now.
Yeah.
Um,
Incline
well, you
dumbbell
have me
chest
on
press.
progressive overload, so I've progressed it however much you've had me progress it over the last couple of over the last few weeks. For the record, this is
Oh, what I'm looking at
an
is
old
old.
program. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you stopped this on September 19th. And that's
I
because it's in
did.
my.
There it
There it
is.
is. Okay, that's right. That's
Slay.
right. Yeah,
There's my
I revamped
program.
this. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
You've been doing the snatch test. You've been doing
Yeah.
3 Turkish get-ups with a 10 kilogram kettlebell, and then you go for 5 on each side for 5 sets, and I
Now
give you
you're having
five
me do
minutes. Now
6.
you're up to 6.
The best I've done is 7 sets of 6 in 6 minutes.
Amazing. Assisted chin-ups. Yep, 31. Yeah.
He doesn't do this when he writes my program, but I write emojis next to the hard weights. I put in like silly emojis and stuff like that. I've been not great about
I
putting in my
see that your
cardio.
cardio is here. Yeah, you haven't. I feel like you just haven't really had much time to do the
I
cardio.
haven't. What I usually have time for is the row machine because
Hmm.
it's quick. I either do you have me doing
That's
either
what I'm doing
250
for
or
cardio
500
right
meter.
now as well. It's just the most efficient.
Yeah, and then I'll usually do like an incline walk if everything is taken, which it often is. I will like go and do an incline walk
Hmm.
for 10 to 15 minutes until something opens up for me. But I usually do the row machine. That's pretty typical for me.
Okay, fantastic. So I think we yeah continue to focus on all of that.
Great.
Let's do a reassessment in like 6 weeks,
Great.
right towards the beginning of the year. We'll do another in body. I would say don't intentionally really adjust anything about your nutrition or your sleep. We'll just focus on the program, up it a little bit. We'll see if there's bandwidth for you to be getting just
We
more volume.
we'd said so here's the thing with my program. I can get through. It's written as 5 days, but I can get through it in 3
3.
usually, which is crazy. But we did say like face pulls and tricep extensions didn't make it onto this program. There are like a couple of like fan favorites of mine that had not made it into this specific program.
Oh, here it is. Your chest press you're doing with 12.5.
Menage chest
Oh,
is
you got up to
tough on me.
17.5 for 8
Yeah.
reps. Okay.
For my incline dumbbell bench press, right now I can do 17 and a half. I pre-pregnancy was doing 22 and a
Okay,
half.
great.
I think you might have gotten me up to 25,
Yeah,
but I
let's
can't
get
really remember.
let's get back there.
Yeah. And I'll say definitely, because you were having me do it on the machine. The original Ashley's Sweet Ass and Thigh Gap program was made for me to. This is the first time I've been able to be at the gym by myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of that first piece of that this year was very machine heavy because I don't know how to progress or regress things like you do. So definitely don't do that.
Well, that was just a fact of I took on more clients and
We usually work out together. Yeah.
I'm not able to really work out with you
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. And it was helpful because I don't know anything about programming. I don't know anything about like how to progress any of this stuff. So you literally took me around the gym and you were like, these are the machines that you're using. It should be very straightforward. However, I will say now that you've taken me off of the chest press machine and I'm doing it with dumbbells, it feels so much easier.
Yeah.
It's so much easier than the machine. For some reason, the machine was like really giving me trouble. Like I couldn't progress on that no matter what I did. It was so crazy. But this one doesn't feel so I don't know if it's just cuz it feels more equal in the way. I don't know what it is, but this feels a lot easier. And also the machines are often taken. So it's nice to be able to like have something in my program that's like, okay, well if the machines are taken, I can go grab dumbbells and like do something.
Yeah. You're not getting a lot of cardio in and you're not going to yoga very frequently right
No.
now. Yeah.
yoga. My favorite yoga class is on Tuesdays, and I usually go to. I usually work.
You usually work, and also we switched our kids club time because Michael's nap schedule changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't really get the opportunity to go. I bet I could make it happen. I think he's. We switched his kids club time a little while ago, but I think he's in a little bit of a better place now. That like if I really wanted to go to the class, we could go. We could make that happen. But I also don't want to mess with his sleep too much. So I'm not opting to do that.
Well, I think at 10 a.m. there's a great, on Mondays there's a great class, and on Fridays there's a great class. For my program, I'm thinking I want to start going to those two classes, so that could be an opportunity for us to work out together
Yeah.
again in yoga.
I like the Wednesday 10 a.m. class.
The Wednesday?
Fun, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then I feel like you could work out more on the weekends.
Yeah, if I can make it there on the weekends, it would be really
It could be
helpful. There's yoga classes on the weekends too that I could take. Like I would love to get back into that. And also we were boxing for a little while, which was so fun. And hi Sean, our boxing instructor did say I have incredible stamina.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've lost that stamina. I still feel like my stamina is pretty good. Like I'm not huffing and puffing by the time I leave the gym, but I'm getting a huge, like big, almost a 2-hour workout in every day. So, but I would love to just make sure that my cardio stays where it's at because I'm quite pleased with where that was.
So I think in these next 6 weeks, we'll focus on strength and the lifting and just maybe you get to one yoga class a week just for like mental health and physical, just keep your joints right.
Yeah.
If there's weeks where you can get to 2 or 3, fantastic, but let's commit to just one for now. In January, we'll flip things around. That'd be an awesome time to bring boxing back, significantly up your cardio, and increase how much yoga you're doing as well.
Amazing.
And just kind of maintain the strength that we're going to establish in the next 6 weeks. So, because we said if you're, as you start losing weight, it's natural that you'll probably lose a little bit of muscle mass. So if you could actually gain like a pound to a pound and a half of muscle,
it'll even out later
then
on.
it probably will.
Great.
That would leave us like 15 weeks into 2026, January, February, March, like early mid-April is when you're taking your headshots.
I love that.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm just going to also quickly say this about the name of my program now that people know what that is.
Okay.
I made it very clear, in addition to the thigh gap, that I've never had an ass. I didn't have an ass for years. For years.
Sorry, I just smiled too much. I'll try to stay cool. I'll try to stay cool over
this
here.
This is the explicit podcast.
Oh my God. We're up late, Mom and Dad.
She was on Nickelodeon. But I didn't. It's true. That's just a fact of life. So when I was pregnant and I did have a butt, I was like, listen, I do want the baby weight to fall off, but I do want to keep the badonkadonk. So you did a great job of doing that. Stop smiling. But at the same time, because of all the joint pain, because of all of the just health things, my ankles got weaker again. Mm-hmm. And so dumb, but my squat used to be incredible. It's still pretty good, but the knees do be hurting when I try and get back up now. And they didn't before. So I feel like just with the pregnancy, that regressed a little bit for me because you fixed my ankle. You really did actually just fix my ankles and my hips and my back and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So just for the record, a lot of that program was to strengthen my glutes so that I would have less joint pain and stop twisting my ankles. And it worked.
There are some real medical benefits to having stronger glutes.
Yeah, 100%.
You have scoliosis.
Yeah. It helps a lot with my hip pain.
Massively. It helps you be more posterior chain dominant. We have a tendency to be very anterior chain dominant, and with the the typing and the phones and the driving and all of that. So people have
People
overactive
who work at a
traps and all
desk.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, strong glutes help posture.
Yeah.
And
So I know it sounds very silly, like, oh my God, she was working on her butt. But like, in addition to just me being like, I would love to like keep the butt after this, it was actually for a health reason.
yeah, there were real reasons. Okay, so just back up.
Everybody stop. Everything's
Yeah.
fine. So if you see that on my phone when I'm at the gym, leave me alone. Well, I'm really excited about I've been excited about my program all year. I've really loved it, and I feel like I'm finally in a groove at the gym. You added some like new stuff this past time that you did my program, and that was scary, but like uh it came back. Like I hadn't done chest press with you in ages and ages and ages, but like that was such a crazy like muscle memory moment for me because you put it in the program and I was like, well, we'll see if I remember that. And I like it totally came back to me, and it's been exciting.
You mentioned progressive overload
I
just briefly. Specific adaptation of imposed demands, said principle, is basically you lift and then you force yourself to lift heavier and until you just can do it. And that's one way to progress, is by lifting heavier, but you could also like change your modifier of stability, make it harder to balance, and progress your balance that way. Your brain will fire new synapses. You will learn how to do that. Your body will get stronger to respond to the imposed demands. So that progressive overload of, say, yes, that incline chest press that went away from your program for a while, once you hit a plateau, then we work that muscle in a different way for a little while. We cycle away from it, and then it can come back. For like, easiest is like, I'll do dumbbell chest press for a while, and then once that's hitting a plateau, and a micro plateau is like 4 weeks in a row, I can't progress.
Okay.
Then 1 week you miss a lift, that happens. That's not a big deal. But if I just can't seem to break through the plateau, then I'll change my modality. I'll change from like being in a strength, like 1 to 5 rep range, to I'll do like a ridiculous amount of push-ups, or I'll go to the barbell for a while. So you've been training with me long enough now that, yeah, things are cycling back in that were there before. And I'm impressed with how you've learned how to follow a program on your own.
Thank you. Thank you for teaching it to me. I will be very honest and say I was very skeptical about progressive overload when he mentioned it the first time. I still don't understand a lot of the science behind it. But listen, he wrote me a program and I'm following it and I'm getting stronger. So that's all that matters to me.
The science is lift heavy and then lift heavier, and then you will get stronger.
And that happened. That's great. If that's the science in that, I understand that. I feel great about that.
Well, we'll do this again. We'll reassess. We'll check in.
Oh boy.
But yeah, kick ass, girl. You're strong.
Thank you. I love being strong. It's so much fun. If you haven't done it yet, highly recommend. Again, not for these numbers, but just because it feels good. It feels cool to be strong.
Strength and honor.
Oh, sorry.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor. He taught that to me a little while ago. I didn't pick up on it. For anybody who's listening, we did what is it from? Gladiator?
Yeah, Gladiator.
That was a good one. We're going to end it on that.
All right.
See you later, everyone. I love you. Good night.